Good evening. My name is Rhonda Hodges, and I'm the Vice President for Workforce, Economic, and Community Development here at the college. I have the extraordinary pleasure of welcoming you to Patrick Henry Community College on this special occasion. Tonight, we celebrate the hard work, the commitment, and the achievements of our graduates who are enrolled in one of our short-term training programs, including Certified Billing and Coding Specialist, Certified Nurse Aide, Certified Production Technician, I'm getting a theme here, Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, Commercial Driver's License, Electrical Groundsman, Hope Food Service, Hope Logistics Technician, our online programs, Certified Phlebotomy Technician, Registered Medication Aide, and Veterinary Assistant. On behalf of our president, Dr. Angelin Godwin, our leadership, faculty, staff, and college board, I welcome you to this graduation celebration. We are so proud of you, and we wish you nothing but continued success. May this be the first of many positive milestones in your journey that you accomplish in this life. One of my favorite quotes has always been, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." It's always reminded me that no matter how big the goal looked or how long the path looked, I did it one step at a time, and you've taken a very important first step. Thank you to members of our local government, our business and industry leadership teams, and our community partners who may be present. This graduating class of workforce development training programs has experienced several firsts for P&HCC, and you may not have even known it. Last July, the state of Virginia launched the New Economy Workforce Credentials Grant Program, which allowed many of our honorees tonight to attend college at a fraction of the cost. This is the first funding designated by the Virginia General Assembly to pay for what's often called non-credit training, but our president prefers to refer to it as career credit because we don't call something by what it's not. It's just as important and a great step. In addition, P&HCC is one of the 7 community college recipients of the Elevate SNAP Employment and Training Pilot Program, which allowed us to serve 29 SNAP ENT recipients with training and supportive services this year. If you were a participant of this program, congratulations on being a member of our first graduating class of Elevate participants. This academic year, we launched several new partnerships that involve programs leading to credit-bearing courses as well as industry credentials. We are grateful for the support of Radial, our business partner, who provided strong collaboration that resulted in the 21 credit hour Hope Logistics Technician Career Study Certificate. Our first cohort includes 13 graduates who we celebrate tonight. We also want to acknowledge the presence of their leadership team with us tonight, both in the audience as well as on the stage. Would you all please stand? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an outstanding employer in our community and for providing opportunities such as this program and jobs. With the focus in our Commonwealth on credential attainment and industry certifications from our governor, our chancellor of the Virginia Community College System, to our college president, Patrick Henry Community College has increased our training offerings this year. During the summer of 2016, we launched our first Registered Medication Aide class. And in September 2016, we launched our first Certified Medical Billing and Coding Specialist training program. Many of the completers of these programs are being honored tonight, and we applaud you for being the first. We will continue this growth this fall. Listen to this because this is a premiere, a sample of what's coming if you're interested. We have new offerings for the Patrick County community in the areas of mechatronics, and commercial driver's license training. And here in Martinsville, stay tuned for a new program in construction trade. All of our upcoming programs will also include industry credentials. Patrick Henry Community College is proud of all of our graduates, and we recognize that many of our 130-plus program completers are unable to be here tonight due to jobs, which is really why you came here in the first place, so we're extremely happy for them. Some of our completers would not have been able to enroll in our training programs were it for the many financial aid resources students were awarded. And we want to recognize some of our partners: Henry Martinsville Department of Social Services, Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, Training, Assessment, Retention, and Employment, the Rural Virginia Horseshoe Initiative, Stanleytown Health and Rehabilitation Center, Virginia Glass, the West Piedmont Workforce Investment Board, and our own local P&HCC Foundation Scholarship. Without these collaborative efforts, these workforce programs would not be the success that they are today. These short-term workforce programs offer students an opportunity to gain a job, get a better job, and land a career. Lots of work is done. Nothing this complex is easy. And it's done by many of the people who are in this room as well as outside of this room. I want to ask the adjunct faculty members present to please stand. If you've taught a class for us and you're here, please stand so that we can acknowledge you. Let's acknowledge. We appreciate your time and your investment in our students' success. I'm also have a wonderful team, and we have a committed and dedicated workforce economic and community development staff here at P&HCC. We call ourselves WICED, W-E-C-D, and I'm sure other people do too. But they have invested tireless hours, extraordinary efforts to ensure our students' success and a wonderful celebration. I'd like to ask the WICED team members who are here to stand, and let's applaud them for their hard work. You could not have been supported by a better team. I know I'm biased. This is the best team ever, and they're wonderful cheerleaders for all of you. Before I take my seat, I would like to introduce the next two speakers. Our student representative tonight is Ms. Barbara Muniz. Barbara finished her GED in December at the young age of 60, which I understand is the new, 40, 30, I think, and immediately enrolled in one of our more rigorous training programs, Certified Billing and Coding Specialist. I'm proud to say she earned her credential on June 29th, and she has aspirations to take additional credential training in the healthcare field. Following Barbara will be our business and industry leadership team member, Mrs. Kimberly Smith-Listen. Kim has been with Radial for 5 years. Prior to Radial, she spent the last 25 years in transportation and logistics, specializing in e-commerce operations. She has a Bachelor's of Arts in History and Political Science and a Master's degree in Business E-commerce. Kim lives in Martinsville with her husband, John, 2 children, Anthony and Christina, and proudly 4 grandchildren. Please welcome each of these ladies to the podium as they bring remarks. Barbara?
Good evening, fellow graduates, family, and friends. I'm honored and humbled to have been asked to speak to you this evening. When Brunel called me last week and asked me if I would tell my story, I said I would. And after hanging up the phone with her, I said, what have I gotten myself into? I've never prepared a speech, yet alone delivered one. So if you notice a little nervousness in my voice, just bear with me. It'll be over soon. My recent journey started January of 2016. After weeks, no, months of thinking, I have to do something. I can't sit here, getting fatter, and doing nothing with my life. Well, I was sitting home flipping through the channels on TV when I caught the end of an Oprah Winfrey commercial. Her last 5 words on that commercial was, "If not now, then when?" Well, after those weeks of thinking I've got to do something to improve my life, those words hit me like a ton of bricks. And from that day forward, I haven't looked back. I started on a healthier lifestyle, eating right and exercising, and as of today, I've lost over 100 pounds. So I say to you, if not now, then when? Just think about those words. If not now, then when? Next week? Next month? Next year? Never? Now I'm just feeling healthier, but I'm feeling like I need to do more for myself. I was ready to get a job, but where? I didn't have any high school diploma, no job skills. What could I do? I got a job in retail, and I knew within a few short weeks that it wasn't for me. So at this point, I realized I had to go back to school. Thinking, what's the use? You're too old, it's too late. But then I remembered those words again, if not now, then when? I had to start with the basics, of course. I had to get my GED. But I had no clue where to start, so I went to the school board to find out what resources were available in the area. They suggested the Center for Community Learning. They gave me their phone number and address. I held on to them a couple weeks and still hesitant, I remembered those 5 words again, if not now, then when? So I picked up the phone and made my first step to getting it done. On October 19th, 2016, first time in a classroom in over 45 years, I took my first assessment, and to make a long story short, December 7th, I had my GED. I said, wow, I did it. Now I'm feeling like I could accomplish more, but still, what can I do? Still working at that retail job that I'm not happy with, but making the best of it. After all, I still have no skills or training. Along with my GED, I received the Rural Horseshoe Educational Grant and some information about the Workforce Credential Grant Program. This included courses offered here at P&HCCedu Community College. Several of the courses interested me, but the medical and billing coding really intrigued me because I've always had an attention for details and liked working with numbers, so I looked into it a little bit more. College, at my age, I kept telling myself, you're too old. You'll be the oldest one in class. People will make fun of you. But then those words came back again to me, if not now, then when? So I brushed those feelings away and went to register for class. Everyone here at P&HCCedu was so encouraging and supportive. Classes turned out to be a challenge. And at first I was overwhelmed, but I hung in there and studied, and here I am at graduation. I'm so happy that I heard those words, if not now, then when? And now, friends, I say to you, all of you, never tell yourself you're too old. Never say it's too late. Never say you can't because you don't know unless you try. Never tell yourself you're not good enough, not smart enough. Never give up on yourself. You're never too old to have new dreams and set new goals. You can do it, whatever it is. I am living proof that you're never too old. At 60 years old, I graduate today with a certification in medical billing and coding and a Microsoft Office certification. I thank God for all his blessings and the strength and courage he's given me to do all these things. And a special thank you to my husband of 37 years for all his support and his encouragement. I love you. And in closing, I'd like to say to all of you, never tell yourself you're not good enough. Believe in yourself. It's never too late. Remember, if not now, then when?
That's a pretty tough act to follow, nor would I ever want to. Congratulations. As we talked about it, and Brunelle gave me my 5 to 7 minutes because she knows how much I like to talk about on my team, we kind of talked about what it was that I should talk about. And we decided to tell you a story about somebody that sat in your same seat 26 years ago. Somebody who was in their early 20s, single mom, 4-year-old son, didn't know what I was going to do, on government assistance, had my rent paid, had all those things, and I thought, wow, maybe this is just what I should do. And then I looked there, and there's a 4-year-old looking at me, and in his eyes I saw, Mom, if not now, when? There's no truer words. And I knew that I was the person responsible for helping make that young man the person he is today. And that's what I would challenge each of you with. 26 years later, I'm able to stand here and see 13 right now for the first class. Congratulations. 13 of you take the first step in that journey toward not just a job, but a person, a career, and the character of the people that you can become. And it is my hope that sometime in the near future, I can be sitting in that audience, and one of you, who I know each of you, have the dedication, the capacity, and the capability to stand here on this stage and hopefully make that same difference in somebody else's life, to send them on not just the next day, but that journey to becoming who they are as a student, as a graduate, and each of you could very easily have the job that today, I was standing outside and my tears welled up as I saw each of you walk out. And I saw different people walk out that door today than I've known in the last year. Those people were confident, those people were proud, and those people were absolutely going to make a difference, not just at work, but in their lives and in their families' lives. And that's probably the most important thing, right? A job and work will always be there. Your family should always come first. So I, again, would challenge each of you, but more importantly, I want to say thank you, and thank you for allowing me to have the privilege to be your leader. It is a great honor. And thank you to Patrick Henry Community College for working with us. There was a lot of days and a lot of things that went back and forth across tables and a lot of drawing on whiteboards, but things have been created. So yes, it's a certification. Associates is next. Bachelor's is next. What's next? And again, take that next step. Don't be afraid. Be confident in yourselves. Be confident in your families, and be confident in your abilities. Thank you.
Good evening. Our graduation speaker for this evening holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in biology from Virginia Union University and an MBA from the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. That was difficult for me to say. I'm a Wahoo, those of y'all who know me. She has extensive experience in manufacturing, having earned leadership roles at both E.I. DuPont and Miller Brewing Company. A civic leader in our community, she is the president of the Martinsville-Henry County NAACP and the president of the Voters League. She was appointed by Governor McAuliffe to the New College Institute Board and elected secretary of the NCI Board of Trustees. Her vision involves people-centered leadership, courage, and community development. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Miss Naomi Hodge Muse, an elder at Grace Presbyterian Church, an advocate who introduced an amendment at the NAACP State Convention to restore voting rights to nonviolent felons who have served their time. And she is a voice in the community who has been recognized for her leadership and her civic contributions by the General Assembly in spring 2014. Please help me in giving a patriot welcome to Mrs. Naomi Hodge Muse.
Good evening. Good evening. I want to thank Ms. Thomas and Dr. Godwin for inviting me here. But first, I want to hear some patriot pride. Let me hear from the blue and gold out here. Come. Not going to bore you. I'm not going to bore you. I am excited. I am stoked. I am so proud to see your faces. Many people love to have pity parties. Oh, woe is me. Oh, loud, loud, loud. Don't invite me. Please, lose my number. Don't text me, don't call me. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. We're no longer in the NAFTA economy. Jobs have come back to Henry County. You can make a living in Henry County. All you got to do is want to. So I'm looking at the people who want to. I'm looking at the people who got up, put one foot in front of the other, and says, I'm going to do it. And look at you. You got your degree, you got your certificates, you've got your diplomas. Do not let this be the last one. Know that because you completed this one, you can do another one. The American dream is yours for the taking, but it's a dream that has to be fulfilled by your actions. I can sit and wish all day and get nothing. I was raised in the woods, Kohler. Y'all know where Kohler is? You know, not Kohler Apartments, Kohler, up there on Harmon's Hill, where the people sold the bootleg and go down the hill. Okay, and then up a holler. That's where I come from, okay? And my great-grandmother would say, sugar, don't wish. Wishing is nothing. In fact, wish in one hand and spit in the other and see which gets filled the fastest. Wishing don't get nothing done. Hard work gets it done. We are now entering into a new millennium. People right here, you will see us colonize another planet. You hear me? We will colonize another planet. I may be dead and gone, but you guys will see it. Your grandchildren and great-grandchildren might be the people who live on another planet. And they are all counting on you. When I look at the trades, I feel really good. Yes, I have a degree, but every job I went to in industry, I relied on the tradespeople to get the job done. I relied on that technician that knew how to operate that machine. I had a guy, his name was Dwight, had them ears that stuck out just like that. He said, Naomi, I swear that damn mash mixer's got here. That bearing is going on that agitator. I swear it is. I can hear it whining. Now, a lot of supervisors would discount him. He wasn't articulate. He had a twang. But you see, I don't discount nobody because I come from working people, farmers, you hear me, carpenters, chauffeurs, domestics, That's where I come from, so I discount nobody. My grandma told me when I went to college, she said, don't you pass the waiter, don't pass the maid, don't pass the cook without speaking to them. You speak to them just like you were speaking to them highfalutin people, because that's where you come from, gal. Do you hear me? I said, yes, ma'am. So when Dwight told me that, I called the mechanic. When we mashed over, mechanic went up there. Sure enough, bearing was getting ready to go. I made a hole, I fixed it, and kept on going. My operators kept me moving. I had one guy, his name was Richard, and they called him Swirly. They didn't like him. And he was from up in Patrick County, had a little beard. When he put his lips together, you couldn't see his lips tall. Just a big old red fur ball right there. I love Richard. Richard said, Naomi Lee, I'm going to put you some gaskets right here so that when your mash mixer goes out or your kettle goes out, we can change them right fast. We ain't got to go to the storeroom and get the part and come back. We can change it in 10 minutes. You won't even have a deviation. I said, way to go. Do you understand, when I use the vernacular of the people that talk to me, it is not to degrade them. In fact, it is to say how much I love them. I can see their faces now. Every last one of them. These were my men. I love them. I love the trades. I love the technicians. Everything you get from a store, a truck driver brought it in. When the groundsman goes up that pole and fixes your lights, you'll be so happy that he did. We look down on nothing. The only job that demeans a person is a job that is unholy, sinful, or illegal. That's the only job that demeans a person. When that phlebotomist comes in and takes your blood, you praise God she knows how to do it. Because, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. Don't be coming in here poking me 3 times. You get 1 poke. You get 1. Don't come back. Okay? That nurse's aide that comes in and takes your blood pressure and speaks so sweetly to you, those are the people that really, that make your hospital experience. The doctor comes in and sees you a hot 5 minutes and mumbo jumbo. Okay? These people are the ones that care for you. They give you a sense that you're going to be all right. I liken the trades. Anybody seen Hidden Figures? Anybody see that movie? I went to see it 3 times. It's about the girl that was so mathematically inclined, and she was a person of color, and this is in the 60s, and she couldn't even go to the bathroom in the building that she worked in. But I'm not talking about her. I'm just letting you know that every scientist and every mathematician, every physicist, every astronomer in the world, that spaceship would have never left the dock without the craftspeople. The person that made that concrete pad that ship sat on. And with all the thrust that ship took, and it shook the earth, and that pad didn't crack. The scaffolding that held that ship up, and it didn't break. The harness that held the ship together, the tiles, the heat tiles, when the ship came back into re-entry, the temperature was 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and yet the tiles didn't pop and crack, and the astronauts landed alive and well. All of this came from what? Craftspeople. All of this came from craftspeople. You hear me? When you flush your commode, when you turn on the lights, everything that you do, a craftsperson was the first person that put your house together. We build our house. America's house is built upon the craftsperson. Without a plumber, without an electrician, without a pipe fitter, without billing, nobody gets paid. I was 71 Lemur in the Army. I made sure everybody got paid. I had a captain come in, and he was very disrespectful, made me pull a string out the crotch of my pants. That's all right. I didn't pay him. I didn't pay him twice. That's right, because I ain't never been a coward. He came to me. He was ready to cry. Me and my wife, we just moved here. And if you could look into my pay. I said, well, honey, I'll take a look at it. If you hadn't been looking at my crotch, you'd have got paid last 2 months. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. That's right, because that's who I am. That's just, okay. Y'all needed to laugh. Thank you. I wondered if I would get y'all to laugh. You are the backbone of America. You are the grandparents of every doctor, every lawyer, every scientist, every nurse practitioner. You are the grandparents of America. We stand on you. I will leave you with this one thought. Never stop learning. We're not in a society that you can stop learning. You learn every day. You have to have lifelong learning. If one occupation doesn't pay enough and you see you're in a dead end, come back to PH. My sister came here 3 times. Certification, and associate's degree. She has a master's now from Virginia Union. She's a pastor in Roanoke, Virginia. Patrick Henry is your bridge to a middle class. Patrick Henry is your bridge to a better life. Not only do you come back, but you get your neighbors, you get your cousins, you get your friends. A winner never quits. A quitter never wins. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. It only matters how many times you get up. Believe in yourself. When you go to work, you'll be the best at your job. Not the first in the break room, the best at your job. Not the first to complain about long hours. In fact, if that person is talking to you, get away from that person. That person is going to get fired. They don't need taking you with them. Okay? I'm serious. A good job is an important thing. And once you land a good job, don't let fools get in your head. I don't need to sit. Booker T. Washington said, bad company, it is better to be alone than to be in bad company. It is better to be alone than to be in bad company. When people are positive and want to work, those are the people you want to be with, and those are the people you want to be like. Go in every day, an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. I never got fired out of all my jobs. I was at Miller 30 years. They fired managers once every other year. So there was 15 RIFs, and my name was never even on a page. You know why? Because not only did I do my job, but my operators liked me because they knew I was always there, and I would help them think through issues. Be the best employee. Be the best person that you can be, and you see what your garden grows. Your garden will grow wonderful children, a wonderful house, and a good living right here in Martinsville in Henry County. Once again, thank you so very much for coming here. Thank you for competing. Thank you for staying in here. And thank you for getting through this program. And congratulations. And let me see you again. God bless and keep you all. Thank you.
Good evening. At this time, we would like to recognize our graduate. Polly Fletcher earned her Certified Billing and Coding Specialist. She earned a National Career Readiness Certificate as well. Jeannie Lawson of Spencer, Virginia, is employed at Spectrum Medical. Jeannie completed medical billing and coding. June Rigney of Martinsville completed medical billing and coding and earned her certificate. She is employed at DDI Imaging in Danville, Virginia. Crystalline Robinson of Horry County, South Carolina, completed medical billing and coding. She earned her Microsoft Word certification and also Excel certification, as well as the National Health Careers Association certification. Mary Dudley of Spencer, Virginia. Mary is employed at Moorhead Hospital. Mary earned her Medical Billing and Coding Specialist certification. Shelby Hand Niblett of Bassett, Virginia, earned her Billing and Coding specialization. Barbara Munez of Bassett, Virginia, earned her Billing and Coding certification and Moss Word certification. Stephanie Tanks of Martinsville, Virginia, earned her Billing and Coding certification and also CPR certification. Deborah Thurlance of Philadelphia, Virginia, earned her CNA, completed her CNA training, and earned her CNA State Board's license and also CPR certification. And she is employed in private duty. Ramona Carter of Ridgeway, Virginia, is employed by PPL. She earned her CPR certification and will sit for her state boards the end of August. Shaquetta Gravely of Collinsville, Virginia, completed her certified nurse aid program. She will sit for her state boards at the end of August, and she also earned her CPR certification. Alexis Harrison completed the nurse aid training program. She is from Ridgeway, Virginia. Alexis is employed at Stanleytown. Alexis earned her CPR certification and will also sit for the state boards at the end of August. Fiona Price Harrison of Martinsville, Virginia, completed the certified nurse aid program, earned her CPR certification, and she also is employed at Stanleytown Health and Rehabilitation. She will sit for her state boards in August as well. Kayla Harrison of Martinsville, Virginia, completed her certified nurse aid training. Kayla is employed at Blue Ridge Rehab. She will also sit for her certification exam at the end of August. Christy Hall of Ridgeway, Virginia, completed the certified nurse aid training. She will sit for her state boards at the end of August, and she also completed her CPR certification. Pamela Jones of Martinsville, Virginia, is currently employed at Blue Ridge Rehab. Pamela earned her CPR certification and will sit for her state boards at the end of August. Hannah Martin of Bassett, Virginia, is employed at Landmark Company. Hannah completed the nurse aid training. Wally Clark of Martinsville, Virginia, is employed at Virginia Glass Products. Wally completed the Certified Production Technician training. Patrick Rudd of Martinsville, Virginia, completed the Certified Production Technician Survey training. He also earned an NCRC. Taranza Gravely of Martinsville, Virginia, is employed at Memorial Hospital. She completed the clinical medical assistant training, and she also earned her CPR certification. Donna Harrison of Bassett, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant training. She is employed at Martinsville Women's Health. Tanika Niblett of Martinsville, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant training. She also earned her CPR certification. Tanika is employed at Martinsville Urgent Care. Hugh Chavilla of Danville, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant training. He is employed at Centera Halifax Family Medicine. Sierra Walker of Martinsville, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant program. She earned her CPR, and she is employed at Memorial Hospital. Bianca Brim of Martinsville, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant program training. She is employed at Sheetz. She also earned her CPR certification. Jessica Nolasco of Bassett, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant training program, and she also earned her CPR certification. Tammy Whitlow of Martinsville is employed at Dr. John's Urgent Care. She also completed the clinical medical assistant program and earned her CPR certification. Jennifer Wingfield of Martinsville, Virginia, completed the clinical medical assistant training and earned her CPR certification as well as an NCRC silver certificate. Stephen Dickerson of Martinsville earned his commercial driver's license. Stephen is employed at Mabes Trucking full-time. Deontay Furl of Danville, Virginia, completed and earned his commercial driver's license. He is employed by Western Express. James R. Hampton of Martinsville, Virginia, earned his electrical groundsman certification. James also earned OSHA, flagman, and CPR certification. James is employed at Davis Elliott in Roanoke. Alexis Holt of Bassett, Virginia, earned her food service certification. She earned a bronze NCRC. Thomas Milner of Martinsville completed the Hope Food Service program. Donna K. Blanchett of Martinsville completed the Hope Logistics Technician program. Donna is employed at Radio full-time. She earned her CLC Certified Logistics Technician and CLT Certified Logistics Associate. Teresa Burks of Ridgeway. She is also employed at Radio. She also earned her Certified Logistics Technician certification and the Certified Logistics Associate certification. She has 3 sons and 6 grandchildren. Elizabeth Butler of Cascade, Virginia, is also employed by Radio. She also earned her Certified Logistics Associate certificate and the Certified Logistics Technician. Daniel Gordon of Martinsville, Virginia, is also employed at Radio. Daniel earned his Logistics Associate certificate and Logistics Technician certificate. Daniel says, program was comprehensive and well laid out. Shannon Henderson of Ruffin, North Carolina, is employed at Radio. She completed the Certified Logistics Technician training and also the Certified Logistics Associate's certificate. Kasima Hollis of Martinsville, Virginia, is employed at Radio. Kasima earned her Certified Logistics Associate certificate and also the Certified Logistics Technician certificate. Tammy Lane of Martinsville is employed with Radio. Tammy earned her Certified Logistics Associate certificate and Certified Logistics Technician certificate. Deshaun Simon, also employed at Radio of Martinsville, Virginia, earned his Logistics Associate Technician certificates. Ashley Underwood of Axton, Virginia, employed at Radio as well, earned her CLT and also CLA certificates in logistics. And Kathy Lineberry of Collinsville earned her Registered Medication Aid certification. She is employed at Hanes Brand.
Let's give all of our graduates another round of applause. We have a few more acknowledgments to give, and then we hope you'll stay for cake and punch and get plenty of pictures with the graduates to make more memories last a lifetime. I'd like to ask Kim to come to the podium. We have to thank our business partner, Radio, and especially Kim and all of her leadership. So we have prepared a little goodie bag of P&HCC goodies for you to put on your desk. You may want to share with some of those folks on your leadership team. They already got dibs on it, don't know what's in it. But thank you so much, Kim, for all you do. Appreciate it. And Miss Naomi, an advocate for this community, come on up here so we can give you a little token for volunteering your time. Look, I asked her before she took the podium, was she going to preach tonight? She said, I'm not a preacher. I said, well, you don't think you are a preacher. But I think we got a little bit of preaching, a little bit of comedy. We have been thoroughly, thoroughly entertained and encouraged by all of our speakers. So before Chad comes to give the benediction and grace, we want to acknowledge the great team, as Rhonda already has, who put this event together. From Austin up there doing light and sound, give him a round of applause. To Devin Pendleton, who helped get us ready, but he had to take off, but he is the, I'll say, the resident owner of the theater. Come back and see the next production, All Shook Up. Starts very soon, right, Amanda? We want to thank Amanda Broom because she's in PR marketing. She got all the shots of our groups and everybody. Maintenance, and of course, our team here in Workforce, Economic, and Community Development. This event, under the leadership of Kathy Whittle Davis, we must give them some applause for their dedication and efforts made to make this a success for you. And my last comments, each year we have also recognized a team member who has made substantial contributions to the success of our students and our workforce programs. Tonight, we recognize the team member who has been a major part of the job readiness classes that the students were required to take. And he also proctored many of the assessments that our students, whether it was in your class as a group or individually by appointment. He's been flexible. He's been willing to accommodate me as the program coordinator with all of my numerous crazy last-minute requests. He will be sorely missed. Please help me congratulate and thank Corey Werkheiser for his outstanding contributions to workforce, training programs, and to our students. I'm sorry, Corey, but you gotta come to the stage. He's very much behind-the-scenes kind of guy. If my legs were so long. We've got a gift, a little goodie bag for you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Corey, for all you do for us. So I'll get out of the way of the preacher so we can have benediction and grace and enjoy cake. Get all those babies sugared up. Let them come through the line, get as many pieces of cake and as many cups of juice, because they're going home with you.
Let us pray as we look for the benediction. Lord God, we thank you for this occasion. We're grateful for the graduates. We ask that you just bless them, bless the refreshments, bless it that it may be a nourishment to our bodies. Now may the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you, and may his gracious love be to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. In all in his name, amen.